how you doing? Taurus Rising. This is your monthly reading for the month of February 2026. My name's Podkane, and if this is your first time here, I've been reading for about 12 years. I'm as pragmatic as they come, okay? Ain't gonna be no alien shit up in this reading. All right, let's get a card, an oracle card for Taurus Rising for February 2026. We got the coin and the tree. I just love these cards. They're so beautiful, so cute. Prospering, feeling financially stable, experiencing abundance. Okay. Okay. The tree, probably something similar. Connecting with the spirits, being grounded, embracing uncertainty. Okay. And listening to your prayers. Everything that leaves returns in another form. Damn, it's like a new level up of like acceptance, of wisdom. You're getting money. You're feeling secure. We love that. And maybe it's all just because you're able to let things flow both in and out of your life at this point, which is a skill and talent. Congratulations on figuring that one out. Took me a minute. I've just. Okay. Blowing cards. How do you appear this month for Taurus Rising, February 2026, or whenever you see this? If you don't know your rising sign and you're here because you're a Taurus sun, I really recommend you go watch the actual rising sign reading. It's your full chart. You need to know where you were born in the exact time. Most people can find that on their birth certificate. Taurus Rising, February 2026. How are you showing up this month? The Magician, 10 of Swords. Okay. You have just brought something to a complete and utter end in yourself. You've really taken on a new level of empowerment and taken responsibility for your own life. You put to rest some kind of mental torment behavior that was eating you alive from the inside. Maybe this is something that was a long time coming, but you have won. You conquered it. It's over. You're done. I'm sure it has something to do with the ability to let things go and to let that allows things to come on in. And at the base of the deck, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. It's already a fantastic month for you. What do you have? The Hangman. You've got a new perspective. Period. You got a new perspective. You've mastered it. Okay. Ooh. Okay. This is so fucking good. Okay. What are you thinking about? What is on your mind, Taurus Rising? What is on your mind? Queen of Pentacles reversed. Stop. This is the exact same card in the exact same place that Aries Rising got. Is there something in the air? Queen of Pentacles reverse. You're thinking about feeling dependent. You're thinking about who you rely upon. We've also got an Eight of Pentacles here where you've been working at something for a very long time. You've been trying it over and over again, and something just isn't quite working. You're thinking about how things are just not quite working in regards to your financial security, independence, your abundance, your whatever you want to call it. 10 of Wands reverse. There's some burden that's not worth having here. There's something, it could be a person actually, like Three of Cups. It could be a friend. There's someone in your circle that a star. You just have so much hope for them, and you're just like, everything's going to change. I just know it. They're gonna figure it out. It'll be worth it. But then like there's also that element of like, I don't think this is really worth my time because they're not getting with the program, and maybe they're dependent on you. Maybe you got a kid that still lives at home. Devil reversed. Yeah, you're looking for a way to free yourself from this entanglement, because you're not the one that's making choices. They are. They're making poor choices. They're in addiction. They're in a repetitive pattern that keeps on fucking happening. It's over and over again. When are they going to get out of the cycle, right? What's going on at home for Taurus rising in February 2026? Verse, that's 6. Why she look like that? This is a very strange deck. I like it, but man, I don't know what the hell on some of these. 6 of Wands reversed. That's embarrassment, fall from grace, people turning against you. At your house though, what are we talking about here? The 3 of Pentacles. Okay, this is like working together. And the Fool. Let me tap into this. Fool reversed. Okay, so sex life may not be all that vibing, Yeah, it's like how are we going to work together to bring some passion back into the situation? You're taking life a little bit too seriously. Let's get a little bit of advice on that. No, the love situations. Let's get an answer for Taurus rising regarding their love situation, how they can bring passion and teamwork back into their life. Revelations canvas, expose truths and divulge secrets to create a masterpiece of clarity. Believe in the safety of your return as every journey leads. Just say whatever the fuck is on your mind and trust that if there's love there, everything is going to be fucking Gucci. In fact, it'll be better for it. Like, just say, you already know, hey, I'm not that happy with this situation. And trust that you're going to figure it out. All right. 8 of Wands reversed. And the expression, well, you're not going to want to be sending out too many messages, pulling away from social media, pulling away from texting everyone, kind of isolating yourself this month. What else with self-expression? Maybe people aren't reaching out to you either as much, but there's definitely a slowdown in your communication. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're isolating yourself. The Star and the Moon reverse, because you realize your values and what you're working towards and what your hope for has set you on some whole other situation. It's like with this type of major change, you're going to have to like reassess everything as a result. You're now in a different timeline. You're in your different timeline. That's woo shit. I mean, like, metaphorically, like you vibe with different people. You're on some different shit. You have different goals, different hopes. You have faith and hope in the future, first of all. And with the moon reversed, you're ready to talk your shit. Maybe it's not that crazy. Like, maybe you just want to say what's authentic to you. You want to speak your mind. You want to come correct. You want to show up as you are. You don't want the fakery. Things have been revealed to you as well about others. And because of all this you've chosen in February, at least, you got to take a big step back. There's someone fake in the situation as well, like a woman. She be pretending that she's beautiful and demure and pretty and everyone loves her because she's so sweet and so nice. But the reality is she fake? And you don't really know quite how to handle your relationship with this person just yet. So you're just going to isolate for right now. And yeah, there's a bullying element to this person. What? High Priestess reverse. They're very critical. They don't know. They're not in touch with their inner self. That's for sure. Ace of Pentacles reversed. There's some kind of money manipulation with this person. Queen of Cups. They're very emotionally unstable. So they got, okay. If you want to, if you want a confirmation that there was someone that's in your life that everybody else likes And maybe you like them in the past, but you feel like there's something off with them. There is. Okay? They're at this some shit. They're not stable. They're financially misrepresenting themselves in one way, shape, or form. They don't know who the fuck they are. The Lovers. Okay. I don't know what the fuck that means in relationship to that. Oh, okay. She's back. She's back. um this is someone that is in a serious relationship with someone else that you might get some tea on what is going on, and maybe wondering whether you should go and talk to this person about this woman, this Queen of Wands reverse, who's misrepresenting themselves. Anyway, I can't tell you what to do. Shit. I know in February you should probably just sit and think about it. Wait for inspiration. All right, what's going on at work for Taurus Rising? What's going on at work for Taurus Rising? Major change. Major change. Death card. Long time coming. Can't stop it now. It's you know, got a lot of momentum behind it. King of Pentacles. Ooh. Ooh, this is a new level of mastery and leadership. This is also vibes with Taurus cards. This is Eight of Pentacles. You've been fucking working your ass off. You might be getting a promotion, a pay raise, a offer to lead, a new job offer, getting the big deal, a big contract, new recognition of your skills and talents at the minimum. Okay. It's not for everybody. Ooh, judgment. You're going to know. If you don't know already, you're going to know. A new reckoning. Let's just put it this way. At the bare minimum, you're going to have a new personal recognition of your own value, of your own skills, and management ability. And when I mean management of resources, whether that be people, money, time, whatever. You're going to recognize that you have come a long way, and that your value cannot be counted, actually, which could lead you to new decisions for major change in your job down the road. But at the very least, you're going to be recognizing your own worth this month. Okay, your closest person to you for Taurus Rising, the closest person to you, how are they showing up in February? Justice reversed. Anything else? Justice reversed, person closest to Taurus Rising. Ace of Wands reversed. The Lovers and the Two of Wands reversed. Okay. Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So they're going to be communicating to you. They feel the situation is unfair because there is no longer a drive or a desire or a shared goal. It could be sexual issues, may not be for everyone, but they're feeling like things are not fair and just. They're going to be bitching about something and saying like, I don't have enough of your energy, and you're not showing enough action towards me. That can come in all kinds of different ways. It's an ace. It can come in any way, right? Or not at all. Okay. Lovers, this is a long-term commitment. These are two very different people coming together to share the same path. But then you have the Two of Wands reverse, which is, what is that fucking path, right? It's like the goal that we set no longer makes sense. We need to reassess what we're doing here. What was at the bottom of the deck again? The Page of Wands. Okay. Yeah. They're going to open up a dialogue about that with you. Well, what is our goal now? Because you're showing up completely differently with this major ending that you've brought about by stepping into your own power and your own accountability, your own feeling of taking charge in your own life. And I think that's kind of set them in a tailspin because you're showing up differently. They don't know if you want the same things that y'all had set for yourselves from before. And so they're going to be asking, well, where do we go from here? And I think, yeah, Eight of Pentacles. This is just Eight of Pentacles keeps coming up. It's just doing the same thing over and over and over again. You're Taurus rising. And I think that they have really come to rely on your constancy and just they know what to expect, and you're showing up fucking differently. And I'm sure this was really hard for you too. I mean, it's not easy to change for anybody, especially in a permanent, like meaningful change this way that comes from a new perspective. So they just don't know where to go from here. They need your reassurance, and again, Chariot, they feel out of control. Maybe they've been in control for a long time and you kind of ejected them from the driver's seat. All right, what do others have that is impacting Taurus rising in February 2026? What do others have that's impacting Taurus rising? Nine of Wands reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a different, full reverse. Oh, getting a kind of a little bit of a different, like you're trying to balance these two energies here. People with low defenses and people who are thinking way too into matters. You got two different situations going on here. There's a lot of hypercriticism, not seeing the forest for the trees. They're not protecting themselves, their time, their mental energies in particular. You're over here with a whole new perspective of something that is like, you got to let things go to let good things in. There's hope. I've worked hard. I have value. You're over here on a whole light perspective that is hard won. And when you're looking at other people, you're looking at people who have no boundaries and who are way too critical of whatever, themselves, other people, little things, the wrong things. You're going to be running into a lot of people this month, or at least a few people who aren't protecting themselves, especially their mental health. And you're really going to see it in 4K, right? Like, what are the effects that it has on people and maybe this is something you also experienced prior to this whole change, and now you're going to see it like reflected in people and like be like, oh shit, like this is what I used to look like. Of what is the consequence of not protecting your peace? There it is. Okay, glad we got there. What are you learning about? What's Taurus rising learning about in February? Seven of Swords reversed. Seven of Swords reversed. You don't need to come up with a fucking plan. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to have any special, you don't need to have, hold on, my foot's asleep. You don't need to have any special knowledge. You don't need to have, here's what I'm going to do in 2 years, and this is my 5-year plan, and this and that and the third. You're learning to trust your own spiritual judgment, your own soul judgment, your intuition, your knowing. You've been hit by the lightning bolt. What I mean when I say that is when you know something, there's like a light knowing of like somehow I kind of knew this, but I don't know if I'm going to take action on it. This is a whole other level. This is like a certainty that nothing can take away. You can question it in moments, but it will never leave you. And you have this, it's beautiful, it's a blessing, thank God for it. But once you have this, now you have a new avenue of action opened up to you that is far more based on intuition. It's based on waiting for the right moment. It's based on taking advantage of opportunities when the opportunities arise instead of trying to force things to happen at your pace, your schedule, when you want it, when it makes, financial sense, pragmatic sense. Some logical person told you this, that, or the third, whatever. Like, you're learning that you do not have to have a fucking plan like that. I'm not saying forget about the future and don't plan for it. I'm saying trust that you'll know, you're learning to trust that you will know when the opportunity, when the iron's hot, basically, to strike when the iron's hot, to start learning this new way of being, frankly, that is looking for more subtle signs and using that in tandem with logic, practicality, and what feels good and everything else. You're taking everything into a holistic balance to move more efficiently out here in the world. And then here we have the Four of Wands reversed. Why is that fucking coming up? Don't celebrate just yet. I don't mean, I just made a face if you're just listening to this, like, yeah. Like, don't celebrate just yet. Why? Knight of Cups reversed. Your authenticity. Is gonna change your circumstances. And here's the fucking Eight of Pentacles again. It could be your work. If you're coming forward with a new authenticity, then there's more to do still in this circumstance and situation. Like, whatever it is, if it's work, if it's relationships, I feel like it keeps coming up as work, right? It's probably your job. Now that you've changed, then everything else happens, right? Like, then after that, you've got your work and your relationships and everything and everyone around you. Now they have to figure it out. And they have to react and they have to respond and they're going to wonder what the hell happened and all of this. So, like, don't celebrate just yet. It's so rude. It's true though. Like, there's still more to be done. Don't start making a shitload of plans with people. You need to first see if they're going to be around for the long haul. That you need to see if they can adjust. They need time to adjust to you and your new authentic way of taking charge and taking responsibility for your life. What have you built up to this point? By the end of February 2026, what has Taurus Rising built for themselves and crystallized? Okay. Seven of Wands, King of Wands reversed. So this is still very much like in the process of like your desires, your will, what actions that you're thinking about taking but haven't done yet. Seven of Wands upright. It's like you've got a higher ground now. You've come to a place that's very defensible, but you need to know that people who used to have a lot of control over you are going to be fucking pissed off that now you have the higher ground, Taurus. Now you're telling people what's what, and like, it's not even that you're trying to control anyone, but you're for damn sure not letting them control you, and there is going to be some pushback. There's going to be some pushback for that. It's been a long time coming because you've let, the sun, you got good ass energy. Remember at the beginning of this, I'm like literally over here, Giddy, you got good ass energy and these people are trying to take it and you've reclaimed it back for yourself and you're not feeling depleted. And they're like, where's my juice? Where's my energy? You used to be giving everything to me. I say jump, you say how high. This is what goes around comes around. I'm sorry, but... And hey, I don't blame you. You know, you're not an evil person or weak. None of that. But this is the result. Now you've got little vampires that have attached themselves to you, people that expected you to continue feeding them financially, emotionally, with your support, with your presence. You know, you're withdrawing over here. You're not even answering the fucking text. Like, no, they're gonna be pissed, dude. They're gonna be fucking pissed. All right. the Taurus Rising's larger group. Okay, there's a whole ass structure that you've gotten yourself involved with over here. Now, what are they doing? What are they gonna do because Taurus has taken their fucking power back? Four of Wands reversed. Okay. The House of Cards is falling. Now they're pissed because Taurus rising. Oh, the Judgment. They're gonna get a fucking reckoning. Eight of Cups reversed. Things are about to get messy in some of your social circles. I think that outside of your home, it's not, at home, it's not going to be as severe. Three of Pentacles, you're going to have people, this is home, by the way, if you forgot, you're going to have people that still want to continue to work with you. They're just going to be a little bit off balance and unsure about, I thought I was on top of the world and now I'm not. What? Like this is all fire sign shit, by the way. But the bigger group, this could be the work group, especially with the Ten of Pentacles, or the greater extended family. So like grandparents, cousins, aunts, uncles, like whatever. They're going to be like, well, Taurus Rising didn't even come over to this family to get together. And I guess they just don't give a shit about us anymore or whatever. But Two of Swords, you're holding your peace. Like, you're not going to say anything. Ooh, you know how to deal with these people. You really on some new shit. You've learned. Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups reverse. They're just childish, emotionally manipulating. It's all petty bullshit. You're not buying it. You're just going to keep your shit shut. We saw that with the Eight of Wands reverse. You're just going to be like, you're not giving them anything to go on. That brings about the reckoning. That brings about the realization that, okay, I can't manipulate them anymore. That's the end. That's now they see what it is for what it really is. Nine of Cups reversed. This says limitations. What is getting in your way this month? What is getting in your way? Taurus rising. Ooh, not all that. Okay. Four of Swords reversed. Is this really a four? God, all these stupid ass Roman numerals. Excuse me. Four of Swords reversed. What could be holding you back is there's going to be a lot of activity, a certain restlessness. There's not a lot of time for you right now to be integrating all these new things that you've learned. You're going to be made a lot of offers that you're not interested in. What is this? Seven of Pentacles reversed. There's not going to be any time to think twice about things. Things are going to be kind of on a faster pace this month. Eight of Cups reversed. It's going to get messy. You're going to have to continue working at whatever place that you're at for the time being because everyone's trying to readjust around your new position, your new power, your new revelations, and whatever else, right? It could really just be like, actually, I'm just going to take charge. Fuck you. And now they don't know what to do, but you're going to have to keep it pushing this month. Answers are not ready for you yet with the Seven of Cups. You're not going to really know. And look at this person. They're like, oh, which way do I go? Do I do this? Do I do that? Especially in financial matters when things related to work. So it's forthcoming, but it's something that you're not going to get clarity on what the next move is. Right now, this month is all about people readjusting to your new presence, the new you. And yeah. Let's get a word of warning card for Taurus Rising for the month of February 2026. What do they need to watch out for? What's their warning? Strength reversed. Don't cave. Be patient. The Ace of Wands reversed. You're going to be low in energy. You're not going to have... And it's not even like that. It's more just like you're not going to know... You're not going to get that hit of inspiration that you're learning to trust. It's not coming just yet. It's going to take some time. That would be like a March, April, May type of thing. So it's something that you're going to have to wait on, which means do not get impatient. Do not let your boundaries down. Do not regress back to the old ways. You've come so far. You're going to have patience with a lot of people and circumstances through February. I'm telling you right now, because they haven't caught up to you just yet. Word of, okay, yeah. Anyway, they're gonna, a lot of things that you have taken part in building, especially if it relates to work or family, extended family. You are such a core fundamental part. And now that you have reclaimed your energy, they are going to fucking just fall apart completely. They are going to fall apart completely. And yeah, I mean, you know, they should have used their own damn energy and been of equal give and take, but you know, you can't really be shocked that they're pissed off at you because you were making their whole life happen for them and now you've taken all that away. All right, what's the word of solace? The moon and the Five of Swords reversed. It's all the things that were hidden from you have been a way of protecting you. Rejection is protection. Now that you've gotten to a new place, a 10 moment, an ace or like magician moment, you're probably realizing that there was a lot of things that held you back and that entrapped you. And there may be a little bit of like, I wish I would have known, and beating yourself up, and like, if I would have known this 5 years ago, I would have moved completely differently and my life would be this, that, and the third by then. But like, there's some type of protection here that was why you didn't know those things at that time. I don't know why that is though. Why was Taurus Rising being protected? Because everyone has an idea. Okay. Everyone's got their ideas, their desires, their own will, what they want, their own motivation, their own agenda. If you did not build up this level of independence, of self-realization, your own good fortune and what is best for you, your own sense of self, if you did not take the time that was necessary to build that up and you were still in a place where you were susceptible to the desires and the ideas and bullshit from other people, you would have gotten lost in the sauce and never known your true self. So not seeing this reckoning of like some of these snakes that are around here and some of these things that you would have done differently, I'm not really getting like specifically what it is, so I guess it's just different for everybody. But like, basically, you needed to build up your own strong sense of self before you were ready to take these people on to their face, right? Like, directly. And that's what you're preparing yourself for now. So let's get one more card for you. Let's just say, like, well, we're gonna get more than this because this is like weird. What lies beneath? Okay, what lies beneath the person that Taurus Rising has been dealing with, that's been sapping all of their energy, resources, and time? The person or the group? What is the situation behind them? Betrayal, deceit, backstab, traitor, not to be trusted. Okay. Now let's get some advice on that shit. Okay. This is Crow Oracle. We're going to take upright only, Taurus Rising, give them some advice for dealing with this betrayal. Resistance. Number 40. You are the sky. Everything else, it's just the weather. There may be a strong wind coming your way. However, you do have the ability to find a path with the least resistance. Have you ever seen a crow get thrown by the wind? The bird may get taken off guard, but it finds its balance again. Resistance brings an obstacle or adds friction to a situation. Ideas that once would have sailed into completion might now require some additional work. You may find a project or a goal now requires an extra step to pass on to another phase. Resistance might manifest itself as a need for approval from an outside influence that takes longer to achieve. Anyway, when resistance appears in the reading, you're asked to be adaptable and find the path of least resistance, period. Okay. When dealing with these people, this isn't saying, okay, we already saw strength reversed here. That is not the case at all. It's saying use your ability to tune people out, shut people down. You don't have to go directly to blows with any of these people. That's why you were protected all this time, because that's not good for you. It's not good for a lot of people, but it's definitely not good for you. Taurus is a way of letting things come to you and eliminating that which you don't want. Not having to fight. You don't need to go to war for any of this shit. So with this, it's giving the advice of just stay clear on your own goals and who you are. Trust in the universe as you've learned to do. And let the children fight. Ultimately, your money's always on its way to you. You've found beneath all of this whatever nonsense, right? This is all you needed from this reading, is that you have now learned how to foster your own sense of abundance and security by letting things go that are dead, and to make room for things to come in that are living, that are new, that have growth potential. This is everything here. All the rest of this is noise and nonsense perpetrated by the dying death throes of things that you already got entangled with before, and that's okay. But now it's time to let it die. Let it die. And if you want to know more about your own blah blah blah, if you want to know more about your relationship, the most important relationship to you, you can come back for the Venus sign readings in the mid-month. You're definitely going to need to know what your Venus sign is. Tap into that. Also, after Neptune moves out of Pisces, I'm going to record all of the sun sign readings for the month of, for the year of 2026. My mind's so jumbled. This is probably the last one I'm going to do tonight. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you sticking with me through the end. Like and subscribe if you liked it, blah, blah, blah. Cringe. Anyway, thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye.